are you doing?
Here comes Amberlynn.
Oh, girl. Easily, I have lost over 1,000 pounds. Proud of myself.
Hello Fupa Gang, and welcome to part 26 of this never-ending series. This is a longer one since I've been away for about a month, so enjoy!
I'm not fat, I have fat.
I do have talents, and it's not talents that I'm gonna sit here and like show you guys, but I do have talents, and I feel like people would take my talents more serious if I took care of myself. And just by physically looking at me, I don't take care of myself. I don't know what to say. I just feel like I regret becoming the person that I am. Becoming morbidly obese is probably not something I should have done.
Perhaps you're right.
Because I remember when my grandma had a stroke, this was years and years ago, and she was in the newspaper because she was like the magical stroke lady, like, oh my god. Because she had that type of stroke that kills you, and it's very rare that you get out of it, and she was out of it with no symptoms. Like, there are some people at our work who have survived strokes, which is absolutely amazing, but they have like those symptoms, a gimpy arm.
Amber's stories are always so over the top. Nothing is just normal or typical with her. Y'all, her grandma was the magical stroke lady. That's so special.
And you know, I could talk about news, or I could share advice that you guys might need from me. The common response to that was, we don't want to hear you talk about the news because we don't care what you have to say about it. Why do you want to go to North Korea? I didn't know what was going on over there. I do not know world problems that I should know, so I'm very, very sorry. We don't want to hear you give advice because why? Like, really? Amberlynn giving advice? Random fact. I was part of newspaper my last year of high school. I was the advice column. Yes, I was. So I gave advice in the newspaper. What are 5 tips you can give to spice up a relationship in the bedroom? Obviously toys. I don't know if you want to be like maybe a little, if you're like used to being like super gentle and like sweet, like maybe roughen it up a little bit, like girl, lingerie, role playing. That's a good one. Maybe some wine and some rose petals. Like, I have the worst advice in the world. I have advice, you guys. I'm not completely unintelligent. Europe. What's in Europe? I don't know what is in Europe. I don't want to say the wrong thing. I do have some common sense. I took the hottest shower in the world today. Normally, like, my showers are hot, but I like had it so hot it was scalding.
Scalding, not scolding. Scalding.
Same thing.
Why the heck would anyone want to hear her talk about the news when she clearly doesn't know what's going on in the world? And advice from the Amberlynn Reed that has spent a majority of the last 10 years housebound is funny to think about. What kind of advice or insight could she ever offer?
Was in 9th grade. It was just me, my group of friends, and there was this other group of people who hated us. I don't know why. Like, you know how there's like cliques? It kind of felt like that type of energy.
I honestly got along with everybody in high school.
I was the smelly kid. I was the fat girl. I was fat Amber. Random fact, I was actually nominated as friendliest or / nicest in high school. It was me and this other girl. Unfortunately, I was runner up, but the fact that I was even nominated says a lot about what people thought of me. I got made fun of every single day. I was fat Amber. The group that hated my group, well, I wouldn't say my group, I wasn't like the head honcho or anything. The group that I hung out with, like my friends and stuff, for some reason they hated me the most. I don't know why.
Damn fat Amber. Were you prom queen too? Gorley can't make up her mind apparently. Why is she always contradicting herself? Then she wonders why people call her Liar Lynn.
My hips are so big that every time I'm in the car, I'm actually sitting on the seat belt buckle. It is rather painful, and I have an everlasting bruise that is on my leg. I can't sit in a car comfortably, like at all. 90, probably 5% of cars, seatbelts don't fit me.
And I know there's like conspiracies that I can't wear a seatbelt. I can. The fact that I have to show that is so pathetic.
Yeah.
No extender, nothing, just a regular seatbelt.
Gorl, it is not a conspiracy when you tell us one thing for years and then finally get a car your big body can fit in, so you try to change the narrative. The internet is forever pooky.
Skinny people don't want to eat in public. They feel like people are judging them, looking at them, criticizing what they're eating, this and that, and I have never had that. As of lately, I have really processed in my head how big I am and how unhealthy I am, and I think that's what's causing me to become like a hermit. Like, I'm just terrified to go in public and ashamed to go in public because of how I look, and it's just, it's uncomfortable and it's sad, it's depressing, and I know people look at me with pity and people look at me like I'm disgusting and people make fun of me in public, and I get it now. And I'm starting to really get self-conscious. Like, when I order food, I almost feel like the waitress or waiter is like judging what I'm about to say I want to eat. And I feel like people around me are hardcore judging me, and I shouldn't have to feel this way while skinny people are eating like 4 plates. Someone's like, just eat less carbs. And I'm like, no, because carbs is what sends oxygen to your brain. And then one minute I'm like, well, how about I just count sodium? Next minute I'm just like, how about I just do protein? Next minute I'm like, how about I don't count anything and just eat in moderation? Like, you guys have no idea the things I'm dealing with inside my head. Mental things is scary. Stares in public, I feel like lately I have been getting a lot of stares. I know the stares are because people are judging me and how I look, and sometimes I feel like I can understand that because I feel like they're like, oh my god, how can this girl, you know, let herself get that big? Which I honestly get it, but it's rude.
Know you.
Especially when I get laughed at or I'm literally being fat shamed in public. It's just not okay. It's embarrassing. And sometimes it makes me not even want to go in public. Just imagine going in public and every day people are like almost like mocking you, mimicking you, staring at you, and making you feel like a monster.
I want to know where she's at with this kind of stuff now. I feel like even though she is big as ever, she would lie and say these things don't happen anymore, when surely they do. It's not every day you see a 500+ pound person. I'm sure it's shocking to see.
It is really hard for me to bend down and tie my shoes and put on socks.
Okay, so I've been having a debate with people online if I can touch my toes or not. So this is me bending my knees. This is me with straight legs. Again, bending my knees, straight legs. So I had to prove that. So when I am bending, you guys can tell if I am bending my knees or not, in which you can tell I'm not. Bam! I'm touching the floor, bitches. I am touching the floor. So I figured I would show you guys again. Bending knees, straight, and touching the floor. Yep.
So I have found a way that works for me. I will sit on the couch or I'll sit on my bed and I'll do one, this is funny, I'll do 1 foot at a time, and I'll kind of like turn and then put my leg up, and then, you know, I'm able to do it like that. But it's like, I can't do it like normal people. I assume because I'm a certain size that I can't do certain things. To me, that is very fat phobic, fat shaming.
Is it really fat shaming and fat phobic when we are literally just going off of what she has told us for years? I want to know why she used to be so much more open with her struggles. She's either just flat out in denial now, or so used to her way of living that she thinks it's normal now.
Can't seem to find the right type of underwear. I can't seem to find like underwear and bras that are comfortable. I've been wearing the same bras. I do have more than one. It's like a freaking crazy conspiracy, but as you guys know, hi. I've been wearing the same bras for years now because I can't find any that are as comfortable as these. I can't find any jeans that fit me. Not even Torrid has jeans that fit me. I can't even tell you what size jeans I wear. So that's why I wear black stretchy pants, and thankfully they go with anything. People take walking for granted. People take most of these things for granted that I have to deal with on the daily. Ugh, the struggles of being me. One size fits all is a complete lie. That's just not true. I know when, you know, companies are making these clothings, they're not thinking that a 500-pound woman is gonna go buy it. But I feel like saying one size fits all in the society we live in today, in the generation that we live in today, is a freaking lie. How about one size fits many? I don't know. I hear this a lot from people that are bigger. They can't express themselves with their own raw, true style like they would if they were smaller. And I completely experienced the same thing. I feel like I don't really know who I am. Am I girly? Am I more darker? Am I chic? Am I hipster? Am I like an old woman? Like, I don't know my style, because if I find something that fits for me, I take it and I run, girl, because it's hard. And sometimes I'll like find something that fits me and I'm like, I want one in every size, every freaking design, just give it to me. I can't just go into Walmart or like TJ Maxx and be like, okay, I need to buy me a scale. No, because most of those only go up to like 260 pounds. Some of them go up to like 3 something. That's pathetic. Like, that is so pathetic. That's freaking ridiculous. I am currently using a scale that they use at like car shops to measure car parts. Like, no, that's horrible. Like, I should be able to go into any store and just buy a scale.
She can't be for real. How many people are in need of a home scale that goes up to 600 pounds? She really thinks it's pathetic that she can't go get that in a store. What's pathetic is expecting the world to change for your bad habits.
You have such a beautiful face. And I'm just like, oh, well, thanks. Why can't you just call me beautiful? Why does it have to be you have such a beautiful face? Or like, if you're like hanging out and you're like, God, I wish I wasn't fat, and people are like, you're still beautiful, it's like, I never said I wasn't. Today, I weighed in at 532.0. So in 7 months, I have gained 62.6 pounds. Keeping it simple, trying not to binge, because I've been binging like every night.
And then feeling really bad about it, and I've actually seen you get very close to tears. Yeah. Because you felt so bad about it. And it's just, you know, people want to sit there and say, oh, she doesn't really have binge eating. She's just saying. Honestly, I didn't even know binge eating was a thing until I met you.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And it's just like, after seeing what you go through, the guilt, the excitement in the beginning, the high you get off of it.
That's really embarrassing.
And then
you've never said this to me before.
After looking at you and the guilt in your eyes, and then later on whenever you ask me for more.
Okay, I'm actually like getting emotional.
Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah. And it's just like, you know, I don't want to give you more, but I know if I don't, you are going to be upset. You are going to be very upset.
That clip is why I will never ever believe Amber's claims of never struggling with binging, among a lot of other reasons. Beck was there and had to deal with the wrath of the binge monster. I'll always believe Beck over Amber.
I loved Becky unconditionally. Like I loved her like family. I would have taken a bullet for her without a doubt. I'm just not entirely sure I was actually in love, which is okay. But I loved her with all my heart, and I gave her everything that I had. People also don't want to believe that I love Becky. It's all such a weird thing. I don't know. Like, Becky and I are in a happy relationship. Yes, every relationship has, you know, you might have your little annoyances here and there, but y'all, we good.
We have broke up. It was initiated by me. I'm excited, but I'm also absolutely terrified.
Well, at least you're excited, you said. That's a little crazy sounding.
It's because I'm excited to start taking care of myself.
You guys know that when I announced my engagement, you guys saw that like I didn't seem as happy as like a normal like person would be, and I kept trying to like tell you guys, no, that's not true. Like, I am really happy. Like, obviously I was happy because it's like, okay, I got a beautiful ring, but deep down in my gut, I wasn't happy like I should have been. I honestly didn't feel anything when she proposed. When he like tried to fake cry, there was just nothing. Like, at all. Becky and I just weren't good like that.